Good afternoon, everybody. How is all my wonderful and beautiful subscribers and viewers out there doing today? I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. It's Nikki D, and welcome back to the Nikki D channel. Today, we're going to be doing the 2024 College Football Predictions Week 3. What's your predictions on this week? Let me know down in the comment section below, because that's what it's there for. Don't forget to like the video, share the video all over social media, and smash that subscribe button so you can be notified of when I drop my next video. And without further ado, let's get to our first matchup on the College Football Prediction Show. We've got Northern Iowa going on the road into Lincoln as they are at number 23, 2-0 Nebraska. And honestly, I think that this one is going to be a rout. I think Northern Iowa might get on the board in the first quarter, but then I think it's going to be all Nebraska. I think they're going to help. This is going to help them climb a little bit in that top 25 poll. And I've got Nebraska beating Northern Iowa. In our second game, we have number 18 Notre Dame going on the road at Purdue. And Purdue is known to upset teams. We've seen them upset Ohio State recently a few years back. But at the end of the day, Notre Dame lost to Northern Illinois. And I think that this is going to be a bounce back game. I think this is going to be a revenge game. Notre Dame needs to show the world why they belong, and they need to win games in order to do that. And I think this is going to be a Notre Dame game. I don't think Purdue is going to stand much of a chance. I think Notre Dame is going to jump out early and end up winning this game, getting to 2-1. And up next, we've got Arkansas State going on the road into Ann Arbor as they are at number 17, Michigan. And I really feel like Michigan's offense is going to be good enough to get the win here. I do think Arkansas State might get on the board early in the first quarter, but after that, I think it's going to be all Wolverines as I'm picking Michigan to beat Arkansas State. Up next, we've got number 16, LSU, going on the road at South Carolina. And I think LSU needs to figure out who they are, honestly. They lost a close game against USC to start the year, and then they struggled with Nichols in the second game to get to 1-1, surviving there. I do think LSU gets a lot more answers than questions here in week 3. And I've got LSU defeating South Carolina in Columbia. Up next on the College Football Prediction Show, a familiar face. We got the Tulane Green Wave with another top 25 opponent as they go on the road in Norman, and they are at number 15, Oklahoma. And the Sooners, they've got some question marks after last week, barely surviving at home against unranked Houston, while Tulane actually held their own against Kansas State, ended up only losing by 7. I think Tulane jumps out early here. They might even have the lead at halftime, but I think Booner Sooner is going to march back, keep them in the game, and I've got Oklahoma beating Tulane. And our next game, we've got number 20 Arizona at number 14 Kansas State. And honestly, I think this is going to be a very close game. I think Arizona's going to show out here. I think it'll probably be a high-scoring game, maybe tied 28-28 at the half. And I think Arizona tries to hang in, but I've got Kansas State just because they're at home in Manhattan. Number 14 Kansas State will knock off number 20 Arizona. And up next, we've got number 13 Oklahoma State going on the road into Tulsa to take on the Tulsa Hurricanes. And honestly, I think that Oklahoma State is for real this year, especially offensively. I think Tulsa gets on the board a time or two, maybe early in the first quarter and late in the fourth. But I think Oklahoma State is going to make this all about them today, turn it into a track meet, and I've got the Cowboys beating Tulsa. And up next, we've got number 12, Utah, going on the road with another in-state rivalry with Utah State. And honestly, I don't see this one being competitive at all either. I'll be surprised if Utah State gets on the board, considering Southern Utah didn't get on the board against these Utes. So I'm picking Utah to roll big over Utah State. And now, here on the College Football Prediction Show, we get into the top 10 as we've got the Ball State Cardinals going on the road into Miami, and they are at the number 10 ranked Miami Hurricanes. And honestly, I think this is going to be a cakewalk for the Canes, and they came out the gate with a 24-point victory in the Swamp. They won against Florida A&M, the Rattlers, by 47 points, and I think something similar happens here. I'll be surprised if Ball State gets on the board, and I've got Miami routing Ball State in week 3. And up next, we've got number 9, Oregon, going on the road into Corvallis as they're going to be taking on the Oregon State Beavers. And the way Oregon has played, they had a 10-point victory over Idaho. They had a 3-point victory over unranked Boise State. They are 2-0, but they have fell 6 ranks since the preseason rankings, and it's insane. And you know what? I think Oregon State realizes that, and I think they're going to capitalize on this. Upset alert. I'm picking unranked Oregon State to upset number 9 Oregon. And up next, we have the Kent State Golden Flashes going on the road into Knoxville to take on number 7 Tennessee. And Tennessee has outscored their opponents this season 120 to 13. Tennessee's offense is averaging 60 points a game, and I don't see Kent State doing anything about it. I'll be surprised if Kent State gets on the board, but at the end of the day, this is going to be a 50, 60, 70 point drumming, roll Rocky Top roll. And up next, we have number 24 Boston College Eagles going on the road at number 6 Missouri. And honestly, I've loved the run that the Eagles have had in 2024, being undefeated at 2-0 and ranked. But you're going into an SEC school. You're going into a top 10 environment. The Missouri's offense has Luton Bird III. Like, he's going to wreak havoc in this game at the receiver position. And honestly, I think this is where the Eagles' undefeated season comes to an end, as I pick Missouri to beat Boston College. And now, here on the College Football Prediction Show, we crack the top 5, as number 5 Mississippi is going on the road into Winston-Salem to take on the Wake Forest Deacon Demons. And I think Jackson Dart has this Mississippi offense exactly where he wants them. Mississippi has outscored their opponents 128 to 3 to start the season. Their offense is averaging 64 points a game. And I don't think Wake Forest is going to be able to keep up with that type of high-octane offense, to be quite honest with you. And I'm picking number 5 Mississippi to run roughshod over Wake Forest. And up next, we have number 4 Alabama going on the road into Camp Randall at unranked Wisconsin. Now, I think this game is going to be a lot closer than people think, and it's not because of Alabama's offense. It's going to be because of Alabama's defense. I think somehow Wisconsin finds a way to put points up on the board and keep up, but I still don't think it's going to be enough. Roll Tide, roll. I'm picking Alabama to win. And up next, we have UTSA, Texas San Antonio Roadrunners, as they're going on the road at number 2 Texas in Austin. And I do think the Roadrunners offense is pretty good, considering the schedule that they normally have to face. I don't think it's good enough to go on the road at the second-ranked team in the nation, which is why I'm picking the Texas Longhorns to beat the UTSA Roadrunners. And now, for our main event of the video, we have number 1 Georgia going on the road into Lexington to take on Kentucky. And honestly, I don't think this is going to be much of a matchup. Yes, this is an SEC matchup, but at the end of the day, Kentucky is in the middle of the pack right now when it comes to talent in the SEC. Georgia's just sitting on the top of the mountain right now, and I think Georgia's going to come out and show us why they deserve to be sitting at the top of the mountain right now. I think Kentucky is going to try to keep this game close. It might be close going to the half, but I think the dogs are going to come out in the second half. And similar to the game against Clemson, I think Georgia is going to roll big time and get to 3-0 with a win in Lexington over the Kentucky Wildcats. And that was the 2024 College Football Prediction Show Week 3. What's your predictions for this weekend's college football top 25 matchups? Let me know down in the comments section below. Don't forget to like the video, share the video on social media, and you made it all the way to the end of my video. Y'all must really like the content. If so, go smash that subscribe button so you can be notified of when I drop my next video. And when you're done doing that, you might as well go watch another one of my wonderful Nicky D videos. I have enough videos to keep all of y'all entertained well through into the night. Other than that, I'm Nicky D. This is the Nicky D channel, and I will see all of y'all amazing people next time. Bye, y'all.